welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for inquiring on this beautiful 2017 Toyota Landcruiser Prado GXL. Now, I'm just going to walk you around the car, show you how incredible the condition of this vehicle is, and just to assure you that you are making the right decision with this purchase. Now, starting off in the front of this car, as you can see, Toyota has done an incredible job with this model in terms of their whole design, their features, and comfort. It is a huge looking vehicle. It looks tough, but it's also a very comfortable family car, which I'll show you as well. Starting off in the front, that glass covered front badge there just tells me that the car does have adaptive cruise control, which means it'll detect the speed of the car in front of you and adjust its cruise control speed accordingly, so you never actually have to touch the brake when you're on the freeway. Now, it's got these beautifully sleek but large projector headlights just built into the front bumper there. Now, that gives you plenty of visibility on the road, and fog lights for visibility off-road as well. Now, if you're wondering what these little bits on the bumper are, they are actually washers that pop out and wash the headlights if you are off-road or taking the car into dusty conditions and your headlights get a bit clouded and the visibility gets a bit low. Now, it's got this beautiful big black grille with the chrome surrounding and the chrome inbuilt into it, just to add to the whole aesthetic of this vehicle. The front of this car, guys, is in incredible condition considering it is a four-wheel drive and an off-roader. It actually doesn't have any stone chips on it at all that I can see, none that have even been touched up, so it's in really good condition. You can tell the previous owner has really looked after it, even though they have somewhat decked it out for off-roading. Now, it's got a safari snorkel here, just to give a little bit of extra airflow into the engine, and the front alloy wheel here in perfect condition with plenty of tread left on that all-terrain tire as well. Moving along the side of this car, we've got color matched side mirrors and door handles, and an indicator built into the mirror as well. Now, this model does have a side step as well, just to help the people on the shorter side or children get into the car, and it is actually keyless entry and ignition. I'll just grab the key from inside the car quickly and show you this, but while I've got the door open, I might as well show you. The bolsters on this seat are actually in really good condition, which means the person's been very careful getting in and out of the car, and on 19,000 kilometers at the time of this video, you wouldn't expect the seats to be in much different condition. And usually you'd see a lot of scuff marks on here if they have been kicking the door open, which they haven't, so that door's in really good condition as well, and you know the car's been looked after. Now, it does have two factory keys as well, so it's going to save you about $400 to $500 on a spare key, and you've got a spare if you need it. Now, to unlock and lock the car with the keyless entry, you just press this button here, that locks it, and if you press it again, it is just a sensor which has a timer on it. 2 beeps means unlocked, 1 beep is locked. Now, it's got privacy glass in the back windows, so it's going to keep everyone in the back nice and cool in the sunny conditions. But if you wanted, we can match the front back windows and provide darkest legal tint at an extra cost, which is UV protected as well, so it'll protect the interior of the car and protect its occupants from too much UV damage. Now, the next wheel, once again, perfect condition, pretty good wheels all around, and plenty of tread left on all the tires all the way around as well. Moving along to the back of the car, these beautiful black and red tail lights here just give everyone around you plenty of indication of when you want to turn or brake, and that large covered spare tire there with a built-in reverse camera in it as well. It just adds to the whole aesthetic, makes the back of the car look nice and tidy. Now, I'm just going to unlock this and open up the tailgate for you. It's nice and easy, just swing straight open. It's got a gas strut there to make your life easier. It's got a rubber liner and some genuine Landcruiser mats in there as well. In the back, we've got an actual power point. So there's a 100 watt power point. We've got a cargo blind just to hide anything you've got in the back seat if you want to. And just under these mats, if you remove the boot liner, there are an extra couple of seats there as well, which are fairly easy to pull up. Now, the spare tire is located under the vehicle, and it's got a genuine Toyota tow bar attached to this as well, so if you want to do any towing, you can. do so very comfortably. The Landcruisers and Prados are renowned for their tow capacity, so guys, this is a great family vehicle, a camper vehicle if you want to go on holidays. Now, fuel cap is located on the left side of the vehicle, the safe side, and once again, really good condition on that wheel and plenty of tread left in the tire. Now, this side of the car, once again, just like the rest of the vehicle, is in incredible condition. There is a minor, nope, that's just it. The car's in pretty good condition, guys. Like, considering the age of the vehicle, you wouldn't expect it to have many marks on it, and being an off-roader, however, you probably would, but it doesn't. This car presents incredibly, and once again, the wheel that is the most often scratched because it's the hardest for the driver to see, also not a single mark on it, and plenty of tread in the tire. What we're going to do now is open the bonnet and have a look at the engine. Alright guys, here we are looking at Toyota's notoriously reliable, efficient, powerful and economical 2.8 litre turbo diesel engine. Now, this engine does output 130 kilowatts and 450 newton meters of torque, so plenty of torque there for your towing needs. And guys, if you're towing a trailer or a camper van or whatever you feel the need to tow, I can guarantee you this car is going to tow it effortlessly. These cars are well renowned for their towing abilities. Now, it is a 6-speed sports automatic gearbox, and its expected average fuel consumption is 8 liters per 100, and depending on how you drive, if you've got a heavier foot, obviously these figures are going to change slightly. If you're towing something, if you've got cargo, if you've got other people in the car, these figures can vary, but it is expected to give you an average fuel distance of a huge 1,875 kilometers for a full tank. Alright guys, here we are inside this beautiful Toyota Prado. Now, starting off in the driver's side door, it does have all your window switches here, and they are all automatic, so automatic up and down if you push it all the way in or all the way up. Just above that, we've got our locks for the doors and the lock for the windows, just in case your kids are playing with the windows and getting a bit annoying, you can actually just lock them. Now, on the right hand side of the steering wheel, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there is a Red Tow Pro brake controller in here, so that is just mounted behind the actual console. It's very neatly placed. It's just the dial. You just turn it up and down if you want to control the electric brakes in your camper van. Next to that, we've got a button that says idle up. So if you want to warm your engine up a little faster, you just press the idle up, and it'll hold a higher idle rev, and yeah, just warm the engine up a little quicker. Next to that, we've got the button for our headlight washers, as I mentioned, on the outside, and a button that says automatic high beam, so it'll detect when someone else is coming towards you and turn your high beams off. Then next to that, we've got a little button to help fold the mirrors in. Now, that is a very handy feature considering the size of this vehicle, because if you're parked at a shopping center, obviously you're taking up a lot of space, and it's more likely that someone's gonna swipe your side mirror. So if you do just press that button, it'll fold them in and keep them nice and safe from careless drivers. Now, on the right hand side of the steering wheel, we have got our headlight controls, and on the left hand side, we've got all our washer and wiper controls, including the rear washers and wipers. In this dash itself, between the rev tacho and the speedo, it does have a nice digital display in the middle there that provides you information depending which buttons you press on the sides of the steering wheel or on the steering wheel itself. And speaking of the steering wheel, it is a very nicely leather-wrapped 4-spoke steering wheel with all your settings for this, the display in the middle on the left-hand side. So it does have a little image there if you scroll to the right with the steering angle of your front wheels, so you know the actual position of them. And then if you scroll through again, you can choose all your menu options, and yeah, pretty much everything you need to know about the car is just in the middle screen, including your navigation and your location and your media settings. Now, this car does have lane departure warning, so you can turn it on and off, and a speed limiter. So the lane departure warning, if you start drifting into the next lane, it'll just warn you and inform you that you need to correct yourself or use an indicator before you turn, which you should be doing anyway. And next to that, we've got our adaptive cruise control. So it lets you adjust the distance your cruise control is set for the car in front of you. just on the right hand side here of the steering wheel, it is where Toyota likes to put their cruise control setting. It's a little lever here, so on and off is just a button at the end of the lever. Down is to set your cruise, up is to resume, and towards you is to cancel it. On the left hand side we have all our media settings, including phone settings and voice control, and that's pretty much everything on the steering wheel. It does look very nice, it's very comfortable to hold, and if we move on into the middle screen here, you can see how very large this display is. Now before I go through the features with you, I'm just going to pop the car in reverse quickly and show you the reverse camera there. So you can actually see the rear bumper just along there, and it does have plenty of visibility to let you know if there is something behind you. Being a large car, parking is going to be difficult, but that camera helps a lot. Now on the actual head unit itself, we've got, if I go into apps, we've got our navigation, our audio, which has AM, FM radio, Bluetooth, AUX, and USB inputs, and a CD port as well, which you don't find in many cars these days. But plenty of options there if you want to choose your media or entertainment settings. Now, just below that, we've got our dual zone climate control, so the passenger can have a separate temperature to you, and once the camera pans around the car, you will notice this car does actually have a third zone climate control. So in the back, you can actually adjust the climate control settings from a setting just behind the center console. So your rear passengers can have a completely different climate to what's in the front. If you like to be warm and have your car on 30 degrees, the passengers can stay nice and cool in the back at 20, and it won't be an issue. Now, just here, Toyota's renowned for their storage, so we've got a storage compartment there, and below that we've got a button that says second start. So if you're going downhill, a second gear start will just reduce the fuel consumption from first gear. Traction control, a center diff lock, downhill descent control, and a rear diff lock as well as the forward drive controller. So, below that, two nicely sized cup holders here, and the center of them does come out if you want to just use it as a storage compartment instead. Covering that back up, I'm just going to put the car into drive and show you. If you bring it towards you, you can actually switch the gears manually if you need that extra control. And then below that, we've got a nice storage space here, a hard handbrake, USB and AUX points, a 12-volt socket, and a split system center console. So pulling the left one up just shows you the tray in the top if you want to put your wallet or something in it, and then the next one reveals a very large vented, cooled center console as well. Now I'm just going to show you the rear climate control as well. So auto just sets everything to auto, and then you can actually adjust your temperature and fan speeds and everything that way as well. Now while the camera pans around the vehicle, I will mention this car is in incredible condition. It's been looked after so well. It is the ideal family and travel van. So if you're looking for a new car to take on road trips, or if you've got a big family, this car is ideal for you. What we'll do now is have a look at the service books. Alright guys, here's the service book for you quickly. Now the first service has been carried out at 10,000 and the next one at 19,393 when we got it into our stock. Now Toyota's service intervals are 10,000, and considering this car's only done 19,300, you know you've got the whole lifespan of this car. In fact, Toyota's engines, their reliability is well renowned, and guys, if it's looked after perfectly, if you're careful with your car, you shouldn't have any issues going well beyond even 500,000 kilometers. So it's a durable vehicle, and as long as you look after it, you know you're going to get plenty of use out of it. Now what we'll do is jump out of the car and wrap up the video. Alright, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch the walk around video on, once again, the stunning Landcruiser Prado. Now as you can see, it is the ideal family and camper vehicle for you. It presents an incredible condition for 20,000 kilometers, guys. You're not going to expect much less than perfect, and that's exactly what this car is. Previous owners obviously taken a lot of care in their vehicle, and I'm sure they were very disappointed to part with it, but hey, at least now you've got an inquiry on it, and this beautiful vehicle could be yours. Now, a couple of things I want to talk to you about before you go. This does qualify for a premium mechanical protection plan at an extra cost if that's something you wish to add on, and that covers you for 181 parts of the vehicle, electrically and mechanically, for the next 5 years or 200,000 Ks on the clock. Now, that does add 5 years to your new car warranty. So once your new car warranty ends, then our mechanical protection plan kicks in. So being a Landcruiser and considering that it is going to be going forever, if you look after it, by all means, don't quote me saying it's going to go forever and then not look after it, but that plan's just going to cover you for the next however long after the new car warranty. Now, the paintwork on this car is immaculate. You're going to want to look after it, so ask us about glass coat, ask us about the mechanical protection plan, and come test drive this car for yourself and see how incredible it really is. The number to call is 9907 0555. My name is Josh, and have a great day.